Good evening, everyone. This is William D. Frazier with Shanghai America Direct Import and Export Company, based in Shanghai, China, better known as SADI. One of the key areas I see that are best beneficial to Black America, if Black America decides that they want to, if we decide that we really want to get involved with the growth potential of our businesses, as if we develop more relationship with China private industries. Some of the areas that I see that are vitally important that we should look into. I think one of the key areas we should look into is education. I think it's important that our kids look at possibly coming to China to further their education. Um, the reason I say that, yeah, people won't perceive that China as a place that you could get a quality education. When actuality, it's an excellent place to get a good quality education at the fraction of the cost that you would pay at some major university. That is, if you decide not to go to an HBCU, I would consider going to China to further my education. You probably could, start off doing your bachelor's in the U.S., but if you want to forward for a higher education, I would look at China, and because China has some of the major institutions in the world are sending their students here to learn about the Chinese way of doing business. Not saying that the Chinese way is the only way, but we have been educated in America for so many years, and look how far that has taken us. And even though we have invented, created, and developed a lot of ideas and products that has benefited the U.S., not only just the U.S., but in the world as a whole. Just imagine how we could take this same skill level, our same knowledge base, and go to another place and learn how to better understand how they're doing things so they can learn more about how skillful and how knowledgeable we are. I mean, you can't continue to have the world to look at us as just like entertainers and athletes and things of that nature. We should be more looked at as knowledgeable and business people. Again, I would look at consider going to China because they have money set aside for Black American students to come here and study. Of course, they have for U.S. citizens, for kids from the USA to come here, but they're looking for Black American kids to come to China, but we're not really looking at China as a source of a place to get a quality education. Maybe it's because our academic advisors at the universities or maybe at the high schools are not knowledgeable about the opportunities in China. Maybe they are, and they're just not passing that information on to us. And it could be our fault over here as well because the individuals that are studying at these universities are not telling us back home that, hey, China's a great place to study and to learn because you interact with a lot of different cultures here. Um, really, you get to interact with a lot of different cultures here in China that you will be amazed that you will come across of, and you will actually learn more about other individuals' viewpoints and their ideas and their beliefs, and others at the same time will get a chance to understand what it is to be a Black American man and woman, other than having to look at a television screen or a movie screen to have an idea of who we are and what the world may perceive us as. So that's one area that I think, key area that we should really venture into is having some of our children to come over here and study at these universities. The universities do offer scholarships for students to come here, and they do have universities that teach in English. They have a well qualified faculty, staff, and things of that nature. They can do these things. So yes, that is an option for us. And another area that I think we should look at on a more professional level is look at the service industry here in China. One particular area that I think is really a growing area is the senior care industry here in China. China has a large senior care population here that for this country and this culture, from my understanding, retirement is a mandatory thing. Once you reach a certain age, you're taken out of the job market because they have to have room for other individuals to come in and join these jobs. And because of the economic growth, just that same thing that happened back in the U.S. Kids leave home, they move into other cities, and the parents or the grandparents stay in the location they are. So the kids are not home to take care of their parents anymore, and kids becoming independent. So therefore, parents are becoming more independent. Again, that's not overall at the country across the board, but that trend is tremendously going as these kids, especially females, become more educated, become more independent. You know, they can buy their own car, buy their own house, and have their own income. They can travel and things of that nature. So they're getting more exposure to the outside world. So therefore, they're becoming more knowledgeable about who they are and the things that they like to have. That's not to say that they neglect their parents. They're just saying that's the way the market, this is the way the economy, this is where the country is growing. So as far as how this is rated to the senior care industry, the government has a difficult time. The government cannot manage the amount of senior care citizens here that needs proper care. So what they are looking at, they're looking for the private sector to provide those type of facilities to take care of these individuals. Now, again, the kids will pay for it. They have the wealth, enough wealth to provide, to support the financial needs of these parents. And the parents have a substantial savings for all the years that they worked, and the government has a nice social service system that provides some type of income to subsidize their living standards of that nature. But the key point is that as the private industry tends to take over this area, you're talking about an area that they don't have that much knowledge about, because traditionally they all had, everybody lived in the same household. You had a three-level family, parents, grandparents, and children. So you have three generations in one household, but that tradition is slowly and fading away. So they need more trained individuals to come in to like home assistants. They're necessarily indigent, they can't care of themselves. Some can, some can't, but it needs to have people to come in and take